Hello guys, thanks for checking us out again. Today I'm going to show y'all how to break down a duck. And the same process applies to this as with most poultry. There's a few things that are a little different just because of the structure of the bird. The rib cage on the duck goes a little bit further down, but the whole idea is pretty much the same. I'm starting out with a boning knife, which is it's got a very heavy-duty, thick knife that doesn't have much give to it. Keep it very sharp. I got my cutting board on top of the sheet pan to catch all the drippings, and I got a container here where I keep my bones. When I make stock, I'll rinse the bones and then make stock. So I got a towel here. I'm drying off my bird. If you dry it off the day before and leave it in your refrigerator, you'll end up with a much more crispy skin. So anyway, I'm just kind of drying the bird. Keeping your work surface underneath extremely dry. This way it doesn't shift on you when you cut yourself. Okay, alright. The first thing I'm going to do is fill the inside of the bird, press down on each of the legs here. This way you can see where the movement is. Right? I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to give it a slit here, another one there, and you can see where it opens up. So I'm going to cut some skin loose there. Right? And you see the rib cage through there. Same on the other side. Okay, now once I got it there, I'm going to grab it here, put my fingers behind the joint where the socket is, and fold it until it pops. Pops that bone out of socket. I'm going to take it over. You see the rib cage there. The joint is right there. So I'm going to stick my knife up under the wing, come through and trace it. Now I got a leg for it. Alright? And I'm going to leave it over, fold this back. I'm going to do the same thing. Cut it down through there. You cut in between the socket. Okay, now I'm not going to keep the wings. You can do all kind of cool stuff with them, but for what we do here, we don't use the wings. I'm going to slice it right through here on each side of the, there's a little piece of cartilage that runs along the backbone. You want to go on each side of that, tracing the breast off of the bone. All this extra skin, so, you know, you can fry this, render it, make your cracklings, whatever you want to do with it. We don't use ours here. But anyway, so now I'm using the tip of my knife and I'm tracing the meat, tracing the breast. Now there's a wishbone right here that runs here and on this side. So use that as your guideline. Using the tip of your knife, just kind of separating the meat. And this is the same way if you want to do boneless chicken breasts as well. Okay, now I'm just cutting it loose once all the skin is loose. Okay, there's my breast. I'll cut this one here for you guys to show you. Just tracing the bone. That's all I'm doing. Okay? And don't be afraid to move the carcass around. Okay? Now this, separate the wings, roast them, use this for stock. We're going to cut that up later, use it for stock. Now, this is a little tenderloin, which is kind of bristly. We really don't use that for anything. I throw that in a stock because it gives it more flavor. So anyway, what I want to do now is kind of clean up the breast. So I'm going to cut some of the extra fat off. Okay, and this little bristle right here. Cut all this off. Remember, cut away from your body. Okay, now that that's all cleaned up, now I'm going to score it. Score it a couple of times. Give it a little crosshatch. There you go. This way all the fat comes out. There you go. And if you want to, on these you can clean up a little bit of the fat here, but we usually keep some of our drippings and do things with it. But anyway, that's it. Now you know how to break down a duck. Thank you guys.